Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making, episode 157. We're currently playing as Kaiser Anselm the Great of the Holy Roman Empire. He's the son of Kaiser Arnulf the Great, who himself was the grandson of Kaiser Wilhelm the Great. You know, our Kaisers have lasted relatively long times. Kaiser Wilhelm the Third, sorry, not the Great, the Third, the Cruel, died at the age of 73. His grandson, Kaiser Anselm, died at the age of... no, that's me. Kaiser Arnulf died at the age of 68. And I'm currently 65 and still trucking. Now, we're at war with two people, but that's completely unimportant at this stage. Something weird seems to have happened. We have title loss and succession nomination occurring because between the save games our heir has somehow changed to Prince Baldwin. It should have been Prince Baldwin to begin with. And then it goes to Almeric, who is actually the guy who we want to be our heir. Now Almeric ages up on the 28th of May next year. Like, he gets his trait, and it should be a fairly decent diplomacy one. For the meantime, though, we'll let Count Baldwin be our heir, so we just want to nominate him for the particular titles. So let's see if we can find Baldwin. There he was. Very good. This should help us out with a little bit of the, not trouble, but factional stuff that Baldwin himself is involved in. Ah, there he is. It also ups Baldwin's opinion of me to 75 because he is now the nominated heir for a couple of places. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And yeah, so he's actually leading the Gavelkind succession in Sweden faction. He should stop that. Almost immediately he should stop that, because now he's getting Sweden. Independence is getting a little annoying, but we'll handle that. Right. To the wars. First of all, we've got a, what is this, a Jane uprising? Yep, and we're sending our army around to deal with that. That's all fine. And then up here we were attacking the Ilkhanate. Now, we could win this. We should win this almost immediately. I previously said we were going to dick around and basically fuck with the Ilkhanate just to remove their troops. And they've got 27,000 now, which is about what they should have, being the size that they are. So I'm quite content to leave them at that. I may destroy these mercenaries at some point. Or I may not. But I'm going to declare victory at this point. So let's hope the game doesn't crash. Let's just go family trade zones. And I will have to declare victory. I don't believe the Mongol offers victory. So family trade zones, let's get rid of that thing off the side of the demands. I'm still not sure if it actually matters. Let's shut down the entire demands. That'll be fine. Get rid of all of that. Get rid of that. No messages up there. No, everything looks good. Don't crash. Hey, we didn't crash. Lovely. Very good, very good. Right, so, back to the Independent Realms view. Let's fix up our outliner here. Very good. I think we want sieges and hostile sieges under the army list. Alright, so. Congratulations on your recent peace offer. What? Perfectly reasonable. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have some attrition issues right now. And honestly, fairly major ones. So these guys need to move out. As do these guys. 16th of January, 13th of January. Yeah, it'll have to do. These guys move back. These guys here definitely need to come out. Let's see. How many of them were there? 30,000. They can sit in this province here then. Well, there will be 30,000 when they finally replenish. Were they the Holy Orders? As if they were the Holy Orders, I will let them go. They were the Holy Orders, so let's just dismiss them. For we no longer need them, and it should have been the army of Bard. We actually raised levies, did we? Ah, the Varangians! I don't know how I got the Varangians on side, but let's dismiss them. Okay, so that's freed up a lot of space for us actually. You can head down here. This army here can head there. Whoa, we can actually get 39,000 in that place, so we're going to do that. Because that will be exceptional. So these two armies can basically sit in this province in Balk themselves. Let's see, they're good moving where they need to go. These guys are headed there, these guys are also headed there. There's going to be a little bit of an issue. You guys no longer need to move out, because these guys will just... No, you'll move down like that. Thank you. And I'm just going to let these guys sit there for a little bit longer. Alright, well that was a good war. That was a very good war. Let's distribute the lands. Now, the reason why we want to be sort of swift in dealing with the Ilkhanate is at minimum 10 years after they first arrive, they get new troops. All those guys that we killed, those massive hordes, they just replenish. Straight up. Okay, we should usurp the title from the chief there. Thank you. Where's the capital? Oh, it's probably Balk. No, it's Merv. Of course it is. Almeric, you're not too bad at stewardship, so that could be a positive for you. And the other Almeric isn't that great. Wolfgang, you'll be a good count. Count of Herat. Good man. All these places have baronies, that's good. Gotthard, you're not going to be such a good count. Hesso would be a wonderful count of Balk. Congratulations. And this... is it this guy or the other guy? This guy. Almeric von Sakakej. He will be the Duke of Merv. Very good. How is... we could get another knight retinue. Just for one. That's fine. Start shipping them down. Huh. Alright, so let me think. What to do now? We are going to have to attack the Ilkhanate again. And again and again. It's basically required. We can take all of the Ilkhanate's land and we shouldn't have any issue with the Golden Horde immediately, because the Golden Horde will show up here. The Chimerids will give us a bit of a problem, but they're not for another 200 years-ish. They're real close to the end game sort of thing. So let's look at these guys. Oh, let's take Hamadan off this guy. Yeah, why not? You guys, come on over this way. And actually land in this province here, because it's got all these raised up troops from it, hasn't he? The fool. Do we have a truce with the Carbonids? We shouldn't, it's a kid. Very good, very good. So we'll try and take Kabulistan from him, and if you just heard that lovely voice there, that was my father. But hopefully you didn't. due to voice and stuff. Anyway, let's get a move on here. Good. How's that faction going? He's still leading it for some reason. Ah, there we go. It must have just disintegrated there. Yeah, so he's stopped leading it, but now Duke Peter of Damascus is leading it. And a bunch of people are actually in on it. That is somewhat irritating. And we cannot yet hold a feast. Come on guys, join up. It'll be a good plot. Killing a 4-year-old. It's good fun. Come on. And we'll probably have to go to all the Shahrazids as well. Oh, he's only a satrap now. And actually taking that little area, and then maybe taking Dihistan off the Mongols in our next attack. Though I will be honest, I'd prefer to attack Khiva itself, because Khiva has some nice high supply places. Khiva or Samarkand, actually. But yeah, basically how we handle the Mongols is we constantly declare war, assassinate, declare war, assassinate. Oh, that's a good plot power. That's a good plot power. This one can get involved for 20 gold. Very nice. Anybody else? You. Ah, very nice, very nice. And yeah, sure, you, why not? Perfect. Yep, bit of lag there because of the 1st of January. The Kingdom of Rus is no longer part of Russia. It is, in fact, part of the HRE. How are we doing with the rest of that? Oh, Jerusalem. How's Jerusalem doing? 11 years. We're still good. Still good. We got this. Yeah, we're getting a real nice sort of flow for it. Only 14 years for Burgundy. Jeez, has it really been that long since we took the place? I mean, I'm not complaining. It's awesome, but yeah, I thought it was a little bit less than that. 7 years for Croatia. 12 years for Sicily. And the rest of it shouldn't be that much. Jerusalem is the real close one that we need to watch. But still, we'll get a nice warning when... No, actually, I think Jerusalem is next. No, Croatia is. So we'll get a nice little warning when Croatia turns that maybe we should release Jerusalem at that point. Come on, guys. How slow are you? Get around here and deal with these damn Jains. So the rebels actually have quite a sizable army, don't they? Oh well. Not that we can't beat an army like that. Good. We are losing money because some of our retinues are reinforcing rather savagely. Which, you know what? That is totally fine. It appears that the revolter here called in the satrap of the Shahrazid Sultan. Oh, you know, the satrapy here, which was previously that would have been the Kingdom of Afghanistan, but it appears that that has gone. We can form the Duchy of Leinster? Oh, right, that's this thing up here, isn't it? Yes, just in there. Let's create that. And give it to... this guy. He doesn't like us, but this will help him like us. He also mainly doesn't like us because we have the duchy that we're about to give him. See, look at this. We go from 30 to 100. Now, is he going to want... I know he's immediately gotten this guy as a vassal. That's fine. That's good. That is, in fact, quite excellent. Okay. Back down here. Yeah, hopefully that kid isn't long for the world. You guys should probably move out now. Ah, perfect. Yeah, until the Mongols get that reinforcement, which it could happen at any point, to be honest. Until they get that, they're kind of easy pickings for everybody. Turkestan's taking big chunks out of Cumania. Good, we're going to catch this revolt. Deal with it. Maybe we'll be able to declare on the Batids for that little duchy there. I'm not sure if we have a truce with them. We do not. Wonderful. So we will be going for the Duchy of Sharistra. Okay, thanks for moving, guys. Pricks. So we will catch them and be in that province at the same time. They're experiencing what appears to be a fairly sizable revolt for somebody's claim. Well, let's declare. Pranav, you may only be 2 years old, but it's time we taught you the ways of the world. See, now this way we'll catch the rebels and start besieging these places. Making money yet? Ah, good. Okay, so we definitely have started to chase those rebels off. I'm gonna leave them for a bit. Am I? Nah, let's chase them, and then we'll be back. Nothing worse than just having rebels running around. Seriously, fuck rebels. Yeah, so the Kharbatid revolt has quite a substantial number of troops. If they all came at us at once, we may actually have issues. So we're kind of hoping that they don't. These ones here aren't moving off, they're completing their war. Bunch of things just got built. Again, absolutely fine. It's kind of supposed to happen. That revolt just ended, so we can't really do anything with it. We need to move these troops out before we can declare war on the Kharabatids. Which we may do. May go for these places here. Here, the Duchy of Kabulistan. That will actually give us more of Afghanistan, which I believe is just a completely free title at the moment. Yep. Yep. So that'll let us form the Kingdom of Afghanistan, which would be good. Wonderful, we finished off at Jain Revolt, so now let's head on back in. The Duke of Ital has declared war on the Cumanian for Yake. If he takes it, good on him. That's actually kind of cool. I mean, we'll eventually be getting rid of it, but you know. Whatever, man. Now, the reason we're not just stabbing on with the kid here with the assassinate button is it costs us 450 a go. And I think his regent, no, 450 a go, it's a bit much. You know, it's just a little bit too much. But we do have our men in position to strike out whenever we need to. Now again, we could invest in cavalry or light infantry, but I kind of feel like we should just keep on saving up for military organization again. Even though we're going to be releasing a lot of kingdoms, I'd like our retinue cap to be fairly significant. Almeric should age up in a month. It looks like there's been a regime change in the Persian area. We have a de jure claim on that thing? Oh, because that's actually part of Zabulistan, isn't it? Oh, we could do that. Could have a holy war for Esfahan down here. Holy war for Hamadan. Or a holy war for Kabulistan. We're not going to do a holy war for Zabulistan because that gives us the same as the de jure claim does. Well, Esfahan is kind of a nice place, but so is Hamadan. Both of them are good. Let's try Hamadan. Excuse me. So move our troops back in. Should be a fairly easy siege. He's raised up a fair number, that's alright. These guys can come... We don't have very good supply limits in the desert. But these guys can just come down like that. We don't need them at the moment up here. And how's the war going down here? It doesn't look like we're getting any aggression, and that's probably because he's got a revolt on his hands, doesn't he? Let's attack that place. I don't feel like we'll need the Holy Orders again. Not in the short term, anyway. There we go. Just some nice easy sieges on some parts. Thank you. There's an individual holding down there that's kind of odd. Okay, so this place has about... Whoops. Has about 2,100 troops. This place has about 2,500, and this place has about 2,200. So let's go for that one down here. Right, it was this kid who joined the Knights of Calatrava. So he's the Bowden from the Inheritance. I hate how they constantly ask us to release people when it's quite obvious that we will not. How are my factions doing? 16.6 in independence. Looks like Gavelkind succession in Sweden's gone down a lot. That's good. Where are you warring with now? Okay, so the Ilkhanate have joined in on that war in Cumania, and they also have a liberation revolt coming at them, led by this fellow here, who is Persian, and up here somewhere. And what the Liberation Revolt is going to try and do is basically take as much of Khiva as they can. Good. I don't feel like I can join in on him. No. That would be really weird if I could. And I definitely can't join in on Theodoric's war. Yeah, because I'm his liege, so I cannot join his war. Bit of a shame, I would have liked to, because then we would have been able to take this bit up here without much effort. Is that mountains there? No, it's desert. Let's try and get a move on in there to see if we can crush that army. Got leaders? Yep, everything's good. There's definitely no river crossing. And they're not moving. I am ill. Has my ward aged up? Yes, he has. Didn't tell us about it. He has become an underhanded rogue, which isn't wonderful, but, you know, he gets a bit of a fertility boost. Let's marry him to someone. We can't invite him to court, that's annoying. We don't appear to have any current marriage prospects for him. Let's see, he's 16 years old. We're going to go to the character finder. I'm looking for women, unmarried, German Catholic to begin with. Yes, adult. Don't care about their great house. I'd prefer it if they were not in prison. Search realm. I'm looking for geniuses or quick individuals. Geniuses are preferred. You must pass an IQ and aptitude test to become betrothed to, or, you know, marry my grandson. Oh god, there's no one, is there? Alright, well, we don't care too much about them being, let's just say my culture, no, let's just say I don't care about the culture, and my religion group is what's important. Yes, so there's this strong German lady. She's got no diplomacy to speak of, which is bad for a wife. Oh, come on. There's got to be someone. Surely there's someone. There's a quick one here. Okay, well that's a good start. No diplomacy, so that's not wonderful. But there was one. And it's the genetic trait that matters. This one here is pregnant. And single. Oh, the scandal. Okay, there doesn't really appear to be much. Some attractive ones. I mean, attractive can be a good thing, but here's another quick one. She's got a much better stat array, but she's also a scholarly theologian, which means minus fertility. Well, if it comes down to it. She was only 19, so that's still got a lot of childbearing left in her. Strong, attractive. Here's another quick one. Good stat array. Not very good with the things here, but she is a fortune builder, which is plus fertility. Valdava? Would you like to come to my court? Would you like to come to my court? Yes. Good. Good lady. Now we need to invite her to our court so that we can then get her on the marriage list. So Valdava. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Now let's hope that he hasn't married him off already. Wonderful. Almeric! I would like to arrange a marriage between yourself and Valdava. There's a no there because you desire a better alliance. Almeric. Almeric, Almeric, Almeric. Almeric, you little son of a bitch. Okay, so you've got a very nice opinion of Prince Baldwin, huh? Well, it's just a shame that Prince Baldwin is a heretic. Oh, battle. Yes, great, great. So now let's see if that's changed your mind, because, you know, heresy. Nope, alright, well, that's fine. Count Baldwin, seeing as you are a heretic, yeah, he has raised his flag in rebellion. It's not going to help him too much, because he only holds this one county. Raise up my troops. You know what, there's an easy way of doing this. Raise personal levies. Gather them together. Try not to lead the main flank there. Yeah, actually gather them together in Tyrol or something. Or over here, because this army is now no threat. Thanks to the various individuals in this army here. Good work, lads. Now we're just going to sit on there and deal with it. No reason to move. There's going to be a reason to move. Oh, we're still getting some nice conversions. That's good. That's good. I always like to see a good conversion or two. Ah, the Iberian Peninsula is now fully Catholic. We're doing really well down here in Nubia. We have a very good spread of Catholicism going on. How's this battle going? Pretty well. Pretty well indeed. It's 34% war score. And let's move out to over here. And then from there we'll probably besiege a place. And down here, what's happening? Not much. My own son rebelled against me. And for what reason? None. None. Yeah, you know what? We can actually just gather up in St. Gallen right now. You guys can piss off. It's gonna take too long getting there. We don't even need a siege leader. Excuse me. Very good. I don't care about how long these holy wars take, because once again we're past the halfway point of the episode, and I don't particularly want to restart this one. So we're just going to handle business. We've got our siege on here as our troops slowly gather. Be able to see the progression timers start ticking up a little bit as we get there. It's still a pain in the ass to actually attack, but I feel that when we have all of our troops there, we'll be able to actually assault the place. Ah, good. A battle was had. And we're heading to Yazd, which is back here. I'm not going back to Yazd because Yazd has a lower supply limit. So currently we've got a ticking war score against us with this little rebellion issue. But, well, that's not going to be an issue too much longer. Of note, we are taking attrition damage there, actually. Yeah, only 21,000 allowed. That's alright, as soon as these guys get in, we're assaulting the place and winning the war. Come on. Now we do have a peace offer there. Yeah, I'm not particularly interested. Apparently we're not the leader of a siege, because reasons. So we'll just split one in half. Select this one. Split it in half, move it out. Not all of them. Just one of them. And that should give us... Are you kidding? God damn. There. And that siege will just continue. And we're not the leader of a siege because of the other armies that were already present. The churches want a miracle play. Yes, for the glory of God. Whatever. Yeah, I'm not accepting this peace offer. It's from the, from these guys here. Are you at war with somebody else? No? Bugger it, let's accept it. Okay, so get over here again, family trade zones on. Just get rid of the entire Dements. Armies as well. Get rid of all of that. Zoom right in. I accept. And we didn't crash. I feel like we're actually onto something good there. Thank you for all of the messages. Let's go back to the Independent Realms view. Yes, we've taken Hamadan. Let's just move our troops back to where they should be. Very good. Give myself RSI clicking through all this shit. Oof, yeah, that's a lot of holdings. I'm glad it didn't crash. I feel like once we start releasing kingdoms, that crashing thing will go down a lot. Like, we won't see it happen too much. So I'm going to guess that the duchy capital of Hamadan is Hamadan. And can we grab the title? Thank you. Alright, let's see. Quam, you have a shitty guy. Lambert is kind of bad. Stefan is alright. But I think Humbert is a little bit better. So we'll grant Humbert Ray. And let's see, Herman, no. Herman was better than Agonov though. Herman, you are now the Duke of Hamadan. Congratulations. Okay, everybody's heading back to where they should. We should hurry up and murder that kid. Oh look, there's a small army from the Petit Empire here to try and take back some land. Oh well, good on them. These levies can fuck off. These ones can join back together. In a slow, annoying siege. Hopefully the Pope doesn't un-excommunicate him. No, the Pope has un-excommunicated him. Which means we're going to have an issue with basically anything we do with him. We'll still imprison him. But we can't just murder him without getting a lot of tyranny. Right, we can't declare any new wars because levies. Oh, it looks like you had a little... Ah, that's where the Liberation Revolt is. Very nice. Well, hopefully it stays up there. And these armies get smashed against it. Now, if we really wanted to, we could truce break. But truce breaking costs us half of our prestige, which is insane at this point. It's 43,000 prestige. It's a ridiculous amount of money. King of Millennia is winning some little war. So yeah, we could have ended this rebellion by now, guys, but no, somebody decided they had to besiege the place first. And so we're going to continually get a ticking war score, and hopefully that doesn't actually drive us into a point where it's all, you know, you can't win this, because that would suck. That would suck all of the balls. Has he won his rebellion? No. How is that rebellion going for him? Not well. Oh well, that's good for us, really. Thank you. And my son Anselm hardly eats anything for fear of turning fat. Oh, temperance is a virtue, my friends. Well, at least he's married. No, he hasn't. He's married some tart. He's married some Occitan whore who isn't who I want him to marry. How irritating. Grandchildren are always hard to maneuver with, or, you know, work with. We may manage to make this interception, maybe not. It's kind of up in the air because it's happening on the same day. This little army here is moving in. Very good. Well, I think they should go up here, because they were going to join up with one of these armies. I've detected that this army has no character on this flank. Just check that for everybody else. Yeah, looks good. Right, Sharazid Satrapy. No, we've got fucking levies raised. My daughter requires an education. Well, she looks like she could do with a bit of military training. Yeah. Good old bit of a military training. So let's give her over to the Duke of Pomerania, because he doesn't like us, but that will increase his opinion of us to positives. That's only because she's our daughter. If she was our grandchild, that wouldn't happen. You only get that modifier for your actual children. My son Anselm is aiming for the stars. 'Tis only right. So, Anselm is not the immediate heir. It goes Baldwin, Almeric, Baldwin. But then after him, it then becomes Anselm. And Anselm isn't a bad guy. He'll be trouble for, you know, whoever inherits because he's ambitious now, but he's not a bad guy. I hate how I can't take control of that siege. It's really irritating. Yeah, I think those guys managed to run away. So let's head down here to Somnov and take it. The Pope says that 100 piety and 50 gold, we can lose the Kinslayer trait. I'm on my knees saying Ave Maria. Thank you, Pope. So now a lot of our vassals will like us a lot more because we're no longer Kinslayers, and our diplomacy is back up. And basically the ones that didn't like us were Littlefinger's, because Littlefinger's would get a penalty towards us because of, dynasty member is Kinslayer. Unfortunately, that means that we can no longer just murder Baldwin here, just straight out. Because, well, it's just not going to work very well. Because if we murder him straight out, we'll become Kinslayer again. Obviously. I have lost the Zealous trait as well. My wife presumably has not, but that's okay. I'd like to lose his ill trait, if we could do that. We've got to beat the record of 75. 75 years. Oh my god. I wonder what happens if I surrender this. Do I abdicate? Yeah, and everywhere steps down in Crown Authority to like limited or whatever. But yeah, there is no way in hell that's happening. I will win, my friends. The Ilkhanate's still involved in those wars. It's winning the Liberation Revolt at least. And it appears that the Khan of Cumania is winning the other war. That's okay. Pope likes us a little bit more. The Pope fucking loves us. Which is awesome. Factions disbanding all over the place. Presumably due to, aforementioned reason of losing Kinslayer. Where's independence at? Gavelkine's now down to 10. And independence is, it's growing to 17.6. Doge, buddy, how would you... Fuck you, you're not getting that much money. I'll give you a title. You want to be Keeper of the Swans? Yeah, you want to be Keeper of the Swans. You want to keep all those swans. Come on guys, let's murder this Khan. Kargan. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, so I've given up the ghost at 66. Kaiser Baldwin is now in charge. So, first of all, one child lacks a guardian. Anselm here. I will educate him. He's only got a few years left anyway. And I believe I have a... Yep, diplomacy trait, that's good. I have an unlanded son, Almeric. And fortunately, I have land to give him, specifically St. Gallen. First, let's get rid of these troops. So that war is over, because I'm now in charge. But first, Almeric. You have a terrible wife. Like, seriously, such a terrible wife. Okay, my demence is too big. I need to nominate successors. Well, my heir is definitely Almeric, so I'm going to nominate Almeric. There he is. I mean, why wouldn't I? Almeric is going to be an exceptional king. Kaiser. Whatever. Good. The demence being too big, I'm going to sack the penalty for that at the moment. Yeah, okay. Alright, Kaiser Baldwin. And the reason why we're not giving away the county of St. Gallen to Prince Almeric immediately is because I want his wife dead and I want him married to somebody decent. And I can really only do that while he's in my court. I can only force that through. Oh, but you know what that means? No truce. No truce, no truces, nothing. We still have this war down here, which we're going to try and end quickly, because before we declare war on Vakagan, I would dearly like to go on a pilgrimage. Maybe even have a tournament. I don't know. How liked am I, by the way? Yeah, pretty well liked, actually. There's only a few people who don't want to join the awesome. Or the awesome feast, which will eventually happen. 22.2 in independence, with the King of Nubia being a fairly substantial part of that, so I'm going to give the King 51 gold to fuck off for the moment. And hopefully he hasn't been blackmailed into that. I don't feel like he has been. Definitely not giving the Doges 800 bullshit. Now, fortunately, we are coming to the end of the episode, so I'll be able to declare this little war here over at the start of the next one. 96%. Good, good. Murder upcoming. Doesn't matter if we're found out now. Now we're 43, so this is really not going to be the greatest of our reigns, really. Oh, getting a bit of lag there. Come on. What are you doing, computer? Stop that. Stop that shit right now. Count God's Chalk is asking for us to do something. Sure, whatever, kid. Bjerland converted, and that should be 100% in that place. So I'm just going to march my guys up here. Factions are, of course, founding. It's not a big deal. And it won't be a big deal unless independence gets right up. 26.3. It is getting to a sort of dangerous position. The King of Nubia has left it, though. And I'm hoping with a feast we could potentially induce people to... Okay, the Duke told everybody. Seriously, guy? You're not even a drunkard. Like, how do you do that? I wish there was a way to tell. Nope. And the sooner this plot actually happens, the better. Simply because then I'll be able to get rid of this extra piece of demence, which is definitely, you know, being a shitty thing. Are you serious? It's like two people. So the Pope already dislikes us. A lot. Oh my god, we really... Yeah, okay, so we previously had dudes in charge of things that shouldn't have been in charge of things. Wow. Humbert here, and he should be going to Rome. We need a new marshal. Something chronic. Let's have this guy, and we'll send him to train troops. Look, I appreciate that you're currently my steward, kid, but we need somebody better than you. The Duke... Yes, the Duke of Schleswig, actually. Because that'll help him like us, and we'll send him to collect taxes. And we could really use a better spy master. The Duke of Wallachia. And we send him to study tech all the way down in Sri Lanka. Or Ceylon, as the case is. Now we definitely need a better chaplain. You. And you should be cultural teching in Oberbayern. Great. Great, everything seems to be sorted. Now, if we could just have this murder happen. The Pope is upset with our law. Have 200 gold, Pope. You'll be fine. So the problem with them telling everybody about our murder plots is people, well, find out and don't like us because of that. I mean, it should really be firing, shouldn't it? We've got like... Well, she's dead now. Under suspicious circumstances. My prince! My prince! No, I have somebody specific for you in mind. Although, you know, let's just check out the prospects. The 16-year-olds. We'll end the episode after we get this guy married, I think. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much in the way of prospects up here. No. Again, I really wish that there was a way to filter for specific traits. Alright, well, I got somebody just waiting to marry you. Valdava. Done. Okay, let's we're gonna take the prestige, because we are a little bit low on that. So we'll do that, that's all good. And excellent. Let's she has a child, Takei. A bastard child. Oh well, no worries. Prince Almeric? No. Actually, yes, it was Prince Almeric. Prince Almeric! Congratulations, kid. You're now the Count of St. Gallen. Wonderful. So now people should like us a little bit more. Things should be fine. We are losing money. I think that's just one of those things. I mean, our stewardship isn't great, but our wife's stewardship is, so that works out well for us. Right. So, that will be the end of the episode. So, again, if you, well, as usual, not again, if you've got any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you liked the video, give it a like, and if you would enjoy seeing more of this sort of thing, well, please subscribe. In the meantime, though, I have been Sub, you've been yourselves. Later.